Hey guys, YouTube, vaping world, everybody, token vaping, and yes, I am trying to redo my review channel and try to bring, better quality and let you people know of all different types of flavors and new flavors that you may not have known about. So this is a big deal for me. I have been absent for a while and I do apologize about that, but enough about that. I just want to jump right into this. It is a line that I am so happily and humbly honored to be able to have a chance to do a review on. It is from a company called Doc Cheatham's, and this is his old-fashioned line. Now, if you look at the logo, it is a throwback to the old soda shops of the 50s era. You know, when you go in, it's like the metallic diners and they have the big soda fountains behind the counter or things like that. And the shakes were the big thing to get. This is a line that is dedicated to that type of flavor. So we're definitely going to jump into these, and I'm excited to try these out. So I'm going to jump into the vape of it first, the flavor profile of it, and then I'll give you the whole behind the scenes. That way, because for some people, they just want to know how it tastes, what it tastes like, things like that, and then I'll go into the extras on that. So right now, the one that I am doing today is Peppermint Bark. There you go. And as you can see, it is a 3 milligram and it is in a 60 mil. So this is not like a peppermint in the vein of like a candy cane. This is, again, like peppermint bark, almost kind of like a peanut brittle, but it was in like sheets that they break up in chunks, and it had that peppermint candy flavor. So this is definitely something that has more of that throwback flavor, that throwback style again as well. You'll have to forgive me. It's not like the first time I've ever done one of these, but I'm still tripping over my own tongue just because I'm excited to be back on this. So I'm going to go ahead and bust this open. As you can see, it does have your safety security ring on this. So this is a first review, as I always try to do for you guys. It will be going on some fresh cotton right there. As you can see, it is all brand new. And anybody who knows me, watched any of my videos before, Texas Stuff Cotton. As long as I have some of that with me, that is always the cotton of choice that I use. So I will put that link in the box below. Definitely check them out. They have it's called Tough Wicks. They have a Vape Wicks and a Juicy Wicks. Both are rock solid and both work really well. So it's next to that subscribe button and that notifications. So we're going to jump right into this as I pop this open. And they do have really convenient nozzle style tips like that, which makes it a lot easier for filling tanks and just for straight dripping in general. Okay, so on the smell, it's actually kind of surprising because a lot of peppermint or spearmint or mint type flavors that I've come across always have, in some way or another, they always end up with some kind of a medicinal or medicine-y style smell to it. To a lot of people, they associate it to like cough syrup. Now, it doesn't mean that they taste like that. It just means that the smell, for some odd reason, comes off that way to them, and that's the impression that they get off of it. This actually, to me, doesn't have that. It definitely has a peppermint smell to it. It definitely does have a candy smell, but it's not overpowering. Sometimes you open these up and you go to take a whiff of them and it just totally like overloads your nostrils. But it has a very light peppermint odor to it, which is actually really nice, and hoping that the flavor doesn't belay that and then end up just being like way too much. So I'm going to go ahead and just get that juice going. Pop my cap on here, and this is Peppermint Bark from the old-fashioned line from Doc Cheatham's. Sorry about the fuzziness. Okay, so I can definitely see what route that's going. I'm going to do a quick re-drip, and this is just to make sure that, because it is fresh cotton, I want to make sure that I'm getting everything out of the flavor that I can, and it's not because the cotton is brand new or I'm missing out on something, or it's just I hit it wrong or something like that. So I'm going to do a quick re-drip, and then I'll be able to give you a full impression on this flavor. Okay, so first off, I want to state that I'm actually kind of surprised with this flavor for one reason, and one reason specifically. It is not overpowering. Sometimes when you try a peppermint flavor, a spearmint flavor, or a mint flavor like that, you get this overwhelming blast of that cooling sensation, which ends up killing the flavor in a lot of ways. This is not. Now, I'm not normally a fan of anything like this as far as like menthol, mint, spearmint, peppermint, the minty type flavors like that. It's never found a niche with me. And this actually is really smooth. You definitely get the peppermint taste, and but it's more of, it's not overpowering. It's more of an undertone that follows you throughout the vape. Now, on your first inhale, you do get that cooling sensation, but by no means is it overpowering, and it is not to the degree of a lot of others that I've tried. And that to me is what impresses me with this flavor, is that you get that cooling sensation and then you hit that peppermint flavor, but it's all smooth enough that even for people who aren't huge fans of it, it might be something that they'd be willing to try for something new, something different, because it doesn't overpower you to where you hit it and you're just like you feel like Frosty the Snowman just like jumped in your face. But beyond that, the flavor is really smooth, and it is subtle, but not too subtle to where you don't taste it. You definitely get the peppermint out of it. That definitely is there, so you know that it's a peppermint flavor as opposed to just a straight mint or anything like that. If you were to close your eyes and somebody just gave you this to try, you would be able to tell this is peppermint over like a spearmint flavor. Yeah, see, it still has that cooling sensation, but it's more subtle. So I will be using this for the next few days to see how it is on cotton, as with coils as well. Because if it's going to brown the cotton really fast, I obviously want you guys to know that as well. But you can purchase this flavor along with the rest of this line, which I am so excited to be able to review further at midwayvapors.com. And the other great thing about this company, the couple that's behind this company are amazing people. They are all about vaping advocacy. They try to support any and all forms of it that they can, regardless of whether they're close to that area or not. They will give their support fully for all vaping rights. But also, they are part of a foundation that has an amazing meaning to just me, myself personally, and to a lot of other people out there that I know. But they are part of a foundation called Gianna's Voice. And what it is it's a foundation for the awareness and prevention of teenage suicide, because that is a tragedy, that is something that goes on, and that is something that doesn't get enough exposure or respect or understanding. So the proceeds to this sale, the sales of their line does go towards that as well. If you just want to make a donation, whether you have family members that you may have lost, if you know people who may have lost family members, to something as tragic as suicide, you can still, I believe you can make a donation to giannasvoice.org. I will have to confirm that. I should have done that first, and I do apologize for that. But it is a great foundation, it is a great charity, it is a great cause, and like I said, it is just something that is very important that I just don't feel that enough people understand or know about. So definitely check that out. But if you're just looking for great flavors in general, I'm telling you, Doc Cheatham's Old Fashioned line. And I started off with a flavor that I'm not a huge fan of normally, because I wanted to use that as my break into the line. And for as impressive as this was for me, if the rest of this line holds true to this is going to be a sleeper hit in my opinion, and it's going to be a rock solid line that everybody should be getting in on. So until next time, thank you for checking out my new review. Thank you for always supporting me and subscribing to my channel and all the likes and everything else that I've gotten. I'm always continuously humbled by that, and I'm always so appreciative and grateful. So until next time, always truly love yourself and keep it cloudy.